Diver, away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to UGC Highlander 24th season of the UGC League. Here we have two teams duking it out a month before Copenhagen Games. We're gearing up slowly to getting ready to fly our casters and the production team to go there. There's going to be a lot of Highlander action going on. And in preparation to that, we have the UGC game in front of you between Fiddle eSports and We Are Finnish. My name is Jake, and today with me in the casting booth is none other than Chando. Man, what's on the stake here is for this game? Who can we look at? What are the players that we should be probably, keeping tabs on? What do you think about this, Chando?
Hello, everybody. And yeah, I mean, I would say that at its core, this is going to be a really important one for We Are Finnish. They're currently sitting kind of in the middle of the scoreboards at the moment. I think 3-3 if I'm not mistaken, but somewhere along those lines. So really at this point it's make or break for them to make these playoff stages. They're gonna have to start getting some wins in, so it's gonna be a really big deal if they can get the victory against here. Fiddle eSports sitting a little more comfortably at the top on 4-2 again, I believe. They have lost out to both Elephant and Failer, who are sitting right at the top, two of the two strongest teams this season. So both teams really want to take this win here. Clearly, it's going to put Fiddle, if they do take the win, pretty much into guaranteed playoff spots. And likewise for We Are Finnish, who I should mention, they're not Finnish, they're Polish, but we can look past that here. And I mean, yeah, it's going to be a very important one on a very sort of your basic map, your very kind of go-to Highlander map. Badwater, one of the oldest one we've had. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I mean, this map is as old as TF2 itself, but it does have a simple twist here, as it is a revamped version of the map here. There's a few forward spawns here, a few more pathways to go through the map to help the attackers a bit in terms of attacking, well, the third, for first and foremost, the third point. There's a lot of numbers here, and the last as well. So hopefully we'll see some good Highlander action, not that much stalling that this map is famous for. But like you said, Chando, this game is gonna be pretty close in terms of what's at stake, but obviously the skill gap here could be a little bit of an issue for We Are Finnish. They've been playing together for quite a while, but if you look at the names on the other side for Fiddle eSports, we have just huge names here like Ascendery, Clark, Sunrise here, Murphy, Sprayer, Yahoo. Those are very well-known names in the Highlander scene. They've been playing this game for years now, and maybe that will come into play. As for a Polish team, they've been playing together quite a lot as well. They've been playing for a few seasons, but they've yet to show some kind of promise, some results here. So definitely we'll see which team has what it takes to take this map here and move into the playoff stage. Both teams slowly filling up. We have 9 players on each side, and as we're slowly getting ready, maybe we should go through rosters.
Absolutely. I'll start off with Fiddle eSports here, and as you were saying, some massive names. I don't think there's a single player here that wouldn't be worthy of sort of a Premiership division in ETF2. So all together, very, very strong team. It goes as follows. It's going to be Justice playing on Scout, famously more of a heavy kind of, or maybe soldier player, but he's taken that Scout role and he's been doing wonders on it. So best of luck to him. On Soldier will be Clark, the best NG of the season for several seasons running now, and he's going to be taking up the Soldier class, a bit of an off-class. I should mention, Fiddle eSports kind of establishing themselves as an off-class team here. On Pyro, I do believe it's going to be You Will Pay for Your Sacrilege. Backburner, Master, really taking that WM1 to the next level there. On Demo Man will be Murphy, who just got picked up for Open Squad, who just top-seeded in the Experimental Cup there. So he's a demo to be reckoned with, absolutely. On Heavy, I believe it's going to be Sinrise, who is playing Heavy for the German national team and actually did wonders, and everyone wants to see him play Heavy, so here he is, guys. On Engineer, it will be, I want to say Ascendry will be playing Engineer. On Medic, sorry, it will be Sprayer, who formerly played for SDCK and a bunch of other top tier teams. Very good medic himself. Yahoo, former Pyro main for SDCK, coming in on Sniper, taking that off class to the next level. He's been doing really well though, contesting against some of the best snipers in Europe at the moment. And finally, on the Spy class will be none other than Mezzo, I believe. Yeah, Mezzo, and yeah, absolute god at the moment. He absolutely wrecked the Experimental Cup yesterday, and so I'm sure he's going to be demolishing this one as well here. And you want to maybe go ahead with the Polish roster?
I'll do my best here. I don't have that much insight as you do. I mean, you gave us some nice trivia here, and just listening to you, you make it seem that this team is just a behemoth that is very difficult to take down, but the team in red that's going to be defending first, they will be here trying to, well, win against Fiddle eSports. It's going to be very difficult, but here we go, slowly getting ready here. We have Fine, Bobson, Adi, they're slowly gearing up. So Firine is going to be played is Spy, Bobson is on Sniper, Maue is on Medic class, Little Jessica is going to be playing Engineer, Adi on Heavy, Strangeland is going to be demoing it up, Galax on the Pirate class, Stan is going to be bombing some heads, and Hexel is on the flank with that Scattergun as the Scout class, as both teams readied up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are slowly getting ready as well as the red team here. We are Finnish, are going to be setting up on top standard spot. Nothing out of ordinary here. Center gun being built by Little Jessica on the very edge, protecting this tunnel also, giving a little bit less protection for the medic. Shoot any bomb come. That is very difficult for a medic. Very, very scary and stressful. As a medic main myself, this spot and this moment when the game starts is the scariest moment in this entire map for a medic main.
Absolutely. I mean, this first point can mean everything. During a round, if you lose this point horrifically, you can easily get steamrolled back to last. I've seen it happen several times, and the medic plays such a big part in that. If he loses his Uber, is really going to take away the entire structure of the defense there. So huge pressure on him to try and hold on to the Uber for as long as he can there as the doors swing open. First pick's going to be Bobson onto Yahoo, winning that 1v1 sniper duel there. They're still going to be holding fairly deep. The demo comes in, gets shut down immediately. Mezzo following up. He's actually playing Soldier, which I didn't expect to see. And the Pyre also coming in, I believe it was Sinrise there. He gets taken down as well, so the roster's maybe changing up a little bit. That's what we're talking about with the mixed team, changing up their roles sort of every time they play that. But first suicide wave, not too successful there, Jake.
I mean, they've been doing pretty well for themselves. They only lost Sniper in that exchange there. There's another bomb coming. Trying to get Maui, but Maui drops. So unfortunate for him as he just standing there taking one rocket and two stickies, all it took. And now the red team has to kind of get out of here. Nice there, zap by Little Jessica, you know, rocket jumping off of that sentry gun. Very nice play here, but red team is slowly just backing out, trying not to lose as many players as possible. Also delay the card a little bit more. Here Stan tries to bomb in the Soldier. Soldier is low here, Mezzo. Finally goes down himself to Sunriser going in. Uber is still up and running for the blue team. Here Clark is being spawn camping here as the red team is unable to really set up on the second point. They might need to actually go back all the way to the third sentry. He's zapped again, Little Jessica. There's a nice bomb coming by Murphy, trying to bomb the demo man. So low, look at this. Little Jessica also 8 HP, 3 HP on Galaxy. He's now healed up, but that was very, very dangerous for the red team. They could have lost the third point as well, Chando.
Absolutely, they made the right decision to back out there and not hold second. They couldn't hold onto it at all. It would have risked holding third, which is probably the strongest point people hold on this map here. And Ascendry and Murphy going down is going to give them an opportunity to actually set up a good defense here. They've already got that sentry up, and their combo is coming back, and they are going to be able to start holding it down a little bit. As I said, this is an absolute bugger of a point to take. Yahoo, however, getting the pick onto Strangeland. Stan as well, getting backstabbed. Hexel getting rocketed down as well. So the picks are coming in for the attacking team, for Fiddle eSports. They are easily going to take this, and despite what I just said, they have made absolute mincemeat of this third point.
Oh god. And what they're doing right now is they're just pushing into this point with all their forces that possible. The sentry is down now. Little Jessica has a lot of trouble keeping it up so low herself. There's an Uber coming out, going in full force again. Counter pop has been employed by Maui, going onto the cart here, trying to push them out, and they may be able to rejoin this the point. You kind of stabilize here. The Pyro there, you will pay for your sacrilege, going down on the flank as well. But there's a lot of kills being exchanged here, and all that matters is Little Jessica building up the level 3 sentry sentry to protect the point. The blue team does not let go. They're going in. Sprayer is still quite aggressive. He does not fear the enemy sniper right now. Sunrise is up top, trying to get Maui. He's getting burned. Maui goes down to Sunrise. So important there. Sprayer is still up and running. The Demoman is harassing the engineer, finally going down to Clark as well. And, well, with that kind of defense, red team has a lot of trouble to even set up anything.
Absolutely, there are now quite a few players down, but as are fiddle eSports there, the medics hack up a little bit, but with that about 60% Uber advantage it will be, they're going to be able to push in here promptly as soon as they get that Uber. Murphy, however, getting taken down by Strangeland on the pipes, and yeah, he's going to have to back up a little bit. They haven't got their main damage dealer now for a while. It might give We Are Finnish an opportunity to push a little bit or get a slightly better setup. They've already got that level 1. However, Stan getting picked off, the soldier in the 1v1 against Mezzo there, and now they want to try and get it in, and they're making good use of this by the looks of things. Murphy, however, getting backstabbed, might slow him down a little bit, managed to get Bobson the sniper, but and firing going down as well. Looks like they're gonna maybe be using Insin. I'm not sure where they're pushing it from. Looks like it's from
Clark gets the sentry though. Very important pick here. Manages to get out of the spawn with Maui. Still no Uber for them. Uber has been popped for the blue side. Those Sprayers trying to lock the spawn in. There's a lot of red players currently spawning down there. They're trying to get and regain the spawn. They're suiciding players in. Medic goes down as well. That's an Uber lost, and there's a lot of blue players just swarming the point, capping it in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. A very, very good time here for Fiddle eSports.
This is exactly what I was kind of going on about the ability to roll. Badwater, if you can get that first pick on the medic on the first point, they got the dropped very swiftly on the second bomb, and they were able to basically take that momentum all the way to last there. And unfortunately, We Are Finnish simply couldn't even set up anywhere. I mean, they briefly set up on third, but the momentum and the picks came in from Fiddle eSports, and they had to back out to last, and even then it was very much a bit of a weak hold there. And now it's going to be seeing if their attack is any better than their defense as We Are Finnish go into the attacking side.
This is going to be very difficult for them as well. They've held the first one quite well. Even dropping that Uber was kind of what made them lose this point. They had everything set up, and even the sentry was running at the time. Little Jessica was doing an amazing job. They're trying to save it with nice rescue ranger shots, but it was ultimately futile as just an amazing coordination coming out of Fiddle eSports just completely dismantled the whole defense. But now We Are Finnish, which is a Polish team, they're currently trying to get a go at the defense set up by Fiddle eSports, and we may even see seeing their performance hold on the first point for the entire game, but we shall see here. Slowly getting ready to bomb here. Strangeland is getting ready. Farein is in the back, so trying to set himself up for a nice sap, maybe at a good time. Oh, goes for a stab, but he loses it. Going down Strangeland as well. Adi trying to do something there, not quite, is just getting cleaned up for no changes there. Stan trying to get jump as well, but he's also getting cleaned up by the pyro. Very well done there, and well, Fiddle eSports doing pretty well for themselves for the first suicide bomb round.
Definitely Sprayer there. They're taking any damage in these suicide waves. He is playing very comfortably at the moment, and no one can really get close to him. The awareness of his combo is that much higher than their rival team at the moment here, and yeah, he is playing very comfortably at the moment as Hexel gets taken down as well, and their bombs just don't seem to be as effective as Fiddle's were. They can hold this very carefully, and as you said, it's completely realistic that they might be able to hold this point for the entirety of this the next 3 minutes or so, as the attacking combo trying to get a bit of pressure on this cliffside there, firing, getting taken down. Bobson as well, 2 pet classes down, and the medic Sprayer can rest easy for the time being. A bit of pushing up there by Stan on the right flank, trying to get some damage onto that sentry, but they're dealing with it very well. The Uber actually comes out from lower. I didn't even see that. He's going to be soloed by Sacrilege there, and he is going to 2 kills. Strangeland goes down as well, along with Bobson. Nice 1v1 sniper duels by Yahoo, who has just been absolutely crushing the sniper duels on this defense.
Yeah, and here there was a nice offense mounted up by We Are Finnish, trying to get through the tunnel, trying to take down the sentry, but they got a little bit separated there. The medic Maui had to shared this Uber a lot, and while it was soloed on the Pyro for the red team, there was not much contention going on. They had to back out, they lost a lot of players in exchange, but the medic for the red team doesn't have the Uber yet. They may have a chance to get this sentry down here. Sentry is doing a pretty good job keeping it up. Hexel is trying to get it pushed forward, getting paying with his life for this, as also Spy here for the blue team fire and trying to, you know, do some meddling in the back lines, not quite managing to hit the spot. Sunrise so aggressive right now with Yahoo being overhealed, Sprayer keeping them all alive. Murphy's also trying to get his go at some spam, but looks like once again We Are Finnish are going through the tunnel. They have all the overheals. Mao is there to support them. The Medigun hits 100% on the red team. They have that Uber to protect themselves. Stan going down to Mezzo. Nice bomb there. They're going to the tunnel with the Uber. They know they have the advantage. Sprayer is a very good medic that knows how to count Ubers. Going in, Pyro's paying with his life as well to protect the rest of the team, but now is a chance for We Are Finnish. They have 90% Uber charge, waiting for some respawns. They may be able to maybe take this first point, as there's not enough time, I don't think, to cast the last point. They're going in with the Uber charge now. Now is camping it here. Strangeland taking down the sentry. Very nice spot. Going for the medic. Sprayers going for Uber sauce, but there is an Uber charge going against you, man, and you're not gonna get any Uber off of that. So there he goes. A nice kill there onto the medic by Yahoo. Nice headshot there, quick scoped. Man, see you later. As the point is still, surprisingly enough, belonging to Fiddle eSports. A stand on the point right now, but he's gonna get cleaned up. And, well, so close yet so far.
Absolutely. Now, in dead time a little bit, it's just going to be basically playing for the logs here. Both teams just battling out in that kind of mindless DM that we see in the last minute or so of Highlander matches, when they know that there's no hope of winning this round here. So the first round will go to Fiddle eSports very decisively, I should say. But you know, they're just getting the picks out here. Yahoo gets the pick onto. I mean, Bobson gets picked to Yahoo, and they do actually manage to cap the point there, but it's not going to mean anything. Only 13 seconds left here. So I mean, Jake, I mean, it's very clear that the Polish team, We Are Finnish, just struggling to get any aggression or hold down any defense. What can they do to make this better in the next round?
It's very difficult to kind of come up with a strategy on the fly. When it comes to Highlander, many teams just kind of go with it, you know, roll with the flow, try to play off of each other's strengths. That's what has worked for the most part. You have a good flank players, they kind of playing off of each other's strengths, and you have the combo trying to listen to each other and understand each other without words. And that's kind of what happens for Fiddle eSports. They are a very experienced team, and they kind of understand each other without saying anything, probably. I may be very, very wrong in this situation. They might be a lot of yelling going at the same time, but the whole point that they are actually working together towards a certain goal shows that they know what to do at a certain time. As for We Are Finnish, clearly they have some ideas. They had some nice pushes through the tunnel. You have to give them that. They had some nice strategies there, and they were getting ground whenever they could. But the problem with them is that they lack the DM to take out those combos that form for Fiddle eSports. They lack those cohesion. Little Jessica definitely is the MVP for me for that team. She's been doing quite a lot. She or he, I mean, I don't know anymore. It's 21st century. People call themselves whatever they want, but she's been doing a lot of good work there with the sentry gun. If it was for the team doing a little bit more defense, maybe gaining some more ground on the defense as well, for We Are Finnish, they would be able to hold this a little bit longer with Jessica doing as amazing job as she did. However, it was not the case, and unfortunately We Are Finnish losing their first point here, with Fiddle eSports gaining it. And now we're gonna switch some sides. The timer is up. What's gonna happen?
We'll be seeing probably not open squad, what are they called? We are the other one. Fiddle eSports, sorry. Fiddle eSports on the defense now. Defending first again, and they did such an amazing job, but part of me thinks that maybe without that sort of time strain, that We Are Finnish might be able to get some momentum behind them. I'm sure in the first round, when they only had 4 minutes, 20 odd seconds to capture the entire sort of map, the pressure was on a little bit for them, and I'm sure that they were maybe tilting a little bit. Now the tables have turned, they're not constrained by those times, and I think that they may be able to get some momentum behind them. So we could be seeing a completely different story for them on the attacking side first here, but we're going to be seeing defense, Fiddle eSports, pretty normal stuff, but nothing really too different here. Sentry in the sort of reliable position here as they play up on Cliff. And yeah, I mean, Jake, I mean, we talked a little bit about sort of what they could do here. Is there any other than Jessica? Who do you think sort of standing out for in this game thus far?
This game, aside from Jessica, you gotta say that Yahoo has been doing some pretty nice shots there. He was going on pretty high streaks, you know, in terms of this game, on 3-4K streaks. Not bad, and that nice kill onto the medic on the card was quite impressive there as well. But we are getting ready to the next point. We're gonna talk in a little bit of a downtime, if it comes at all in this game. Stan trying to finish up Yahoo as I'm speaking, getting the kill, quite low on health, tries to get out, but Uber has been forced. Their sprayer has been popped, has popped the Uber now, lacking the Uber charge with the 100% on Mao. It's going to be very crucial here for We Are Finnish to push in as soon as possible, but Fiddle eSports are ready for this. Look at how far forward is Murphy. They're not afraid of this. They know what to do. They can block this with the Pyro. Sacrilege just kind of fell down the hole, but he's back again with that back burner. They may be able to hold this very early pop here onto Strangelad. They can't afford this, but look how far they've been blown by Murphy. Amazing sticky trap, just completely denying this Uber charge and making it completely useless again. With 60% on spare, they're holding this Uber charge without having any of their own. That was amazing.
Absolutely, they weren't even. I mean, Justice just got absolutely thrown into the air there. I felt like I was watching that in slow motion, and he missed his double jump and plummeted to a painful death there. Second bomb comes in though. Sprayer not taking any damage this time, and he's almost got his Uber back now. And yeah, as you were saying, just an absolutely incredible sort of counter to that full Uber by Fiddle eSports, playing so aggressive, and Murphy just knew exactly what to do in that situation there. You can still see he's playing so aggressive, dealing with that aggression from Cliff, and the Demonman's the best person to do that. It's such a narrow choke point, and it really opens up for a strong Demon like Murphy to do wonders there. Clark getting the backstab onto the heavy weapons guy, and now they can play a little bit more aggressively. Sprayer now at the 100%, to Maui only coming into about 95 or so, and yeah, I mean, now with these equal Ubers, we're back to sort of square one. We Are Finnish is going to have to try a more successful bomb, or another successful bomb, I should say. The first one was incredibly successful, to try and open up an opportunity for a push. Yeah, otherwise, could be looking at a repeat of the first round.
Yeah, here, little Jessica jumping in with the sentry, pushing herself up. Maui pops very early, trying to defuse the sticky. Nicely done, but he's being so blown so far away that the entire team just kind of goes down there. Manages to save himself, not quite. He goes down to the Pyro with Sunrise's help there. Nicely cleaned up, but that was so unfortunate for the medic. He tried to defuse this, didn't quite work out. Hexel going down as well as Stan getting just killed by the gravity. So unfortunate, but they are still holding this. Ascendary is keeping the sentry up and running. There's still that dispenser replenishing health and ammunition. Everything is fine looking for them. Flyrein just gets a nice backstab with the scout. Not an easy task to do, but he manages to do so. Going with without the Uber charge here, Strangelad and Galax trying to get something done. Sunrise finally going down. That's no heavy on the defense, but what a headshot by Yahoo. A 5th kill in a row. Here Maui goes down, giving well, Sprayer 75% Uber charge advantage.
Yeah, Yahoo is just absolutely on a roll today, tackling anything that comes in his path. I mean, there he goes, taking down Bobson as well. Bobson, I would really say that if anyone needs to step up, it might be Bobson here. He's yet to get a frag on this round here, and until he can start getting some frags in, they're going to struggle to push here. It's really on the pit classes at the moment to get the frags and give an opportunity for a push here. And until either the Spy or the Sniper can get any significant picks, We Are Finnish is going to be grounded in this. Fire in, just getting taken down as I say that. Now they're taking this push in on the Spyro by the looks of things, but he does back out a little bit, just waiting for the right opportunity. But now the Uber comes out onto Sacrilege. And they are far more aggressive this time. Going in for Maui, manages to get him in fact, and he goes so far to even get the heavy, I do believe it was, and it's just absolute carnage now by spawn doors. There's only 3 up now for We Are Finnish. Yeah, I mean, amazing aggression from Sack. It's someone that we haven't really talked on that much, but he's currently on a 7 kill streak at the moment, and that WM1 star with the back burner, and he's just getting into places they do not want him to get to.
Sakura is just doing an amazing job, always kind of leading all the charges, even on defense, doing a pretty well job sticking with sprayer there, but look at this, Sentry going down eventually, somewhere on the way. Sunrise still sticking to that dispenser, 10 seconds to go, but looks like Blue is able to stabilize and maybe cap this point. Now Sentry moved the Sentry Solve in this little garage area, taking quite a lot of damage. Adi actually mowing it down alongside the Pyro. Sacrilege finally going down, Justice getting headshot there by the sniper. Bobson getting a shot, but not getting the kill, so unfortunate for him. And here, Sprayer still so far behind. Look at this, how far forward Fiddle eSports is without their medic. They're so aggressive, they're taking the fights they shouldn't be taking, and yet they're winning them. Maui going down as well somehow, and so unfortunate for the blue team. Losing their medic all the time is just so difficult for them to kind of regain. If they manage to keep the medic alive for as long as they did in the last exchange there, they may be able to cap the second point, but now Fiddle eSports have all they need to secure this point. Look at this, Bobson going down, so many kills exchange, only 3 people left for the blue team here. We are Finnish are kind of on their back.
Sacrilege just making an absolute god tier play there. I don't know where he came from, but he got the medic, and I think he got 2 others as well in the process. Just W1 power coming in 2018 is just what you expect now from the Pyro. Look at the stab coming in, attempted by Clark, almost managing to get Maui yet again. He manages to escape with his life just about. Clark, however, not so fortunate, does get taken down. Firing in response, both scouts down as well. Addy getting fragged there by Murphy. Still got that aggressive style. We still see the heavy on the roof here. And now the Uber's going to get used out. I'm not actually too sure why, though, because it was so ineffective as Stan just leaps forward and takes down Sprayer just as he took his Uber off. But the frags are coming in more or less in favour of Fiddle eSports. They don't even need that Uber to do the job. Maui, however, is going to be surviving with his life, but he hasn't got many people to defend him. So a little bit of aggression from Fiddle could see the death of that medic, but I don't think they're going to risk it. They've only got to hold this one 2 minutes, and they're doing so well at the moment at countering Ubers as well. I don't even think that they need to, Jake.
Yeah, they have 100% though. Maui is ready to go any second now, waiting for the team to get up. Murphy's so aggressive there with Sacrilege on the flank, holding this whole garage here. It's very well done there by the Fiddle eSports. Stan's taking a nice pipe there, going in there. Sacrilege, another rocket. Stan is still alive somehow and actually managing to fend off against the enemy. Clark trying to get the medic, but he decided to go for Galax instead, getting found by Stan again. Stan doing an amazing job on the flank. Gonna get some heals for that. Maybe not, as they're moving in with that Uber charge. They need to go in. They're popping onto the Demo Man. Demo Man is being completely locked by the Stickies, the Sentry, and the Pyro to boot. So difficult to get through as the Sentry position has been moved by a Sentry. Now it's wrangled, and finally they're trying to get something done. Strange Lad trying to get something. A Sentry going down. That means no engineer to save that Sentry if someone saps it. And that's Fireine going to do just that. Stan is still on the flank, fighting against Justice, but that's far away. Sentry going down finally, and well, we are Finnish. Finally have a chance at pushing this, maybe, but they just lost a lot of players.
I mean, yeah, they got that Sentry. It was a pretty confident bomb there from Strangeland, but I mean, ultimately, no one was really there to follow up. I mean, they did manage to get the Sentry, but they couldn't make anything of it. However, does get taken down. Yahoo as well, Murphy too. Maybe playing a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too cocky, and they are suffering for it a little bit. But they're also getting the frags at the same time. Justice getting some frags in. Hexel and Stan both down. Strangeland as well. Bobson goes down as well. As Sacrilege goes in nice and aggressively, taking down little Jessica. Kept their medic's life though, and Maui gonna have that 40% or so advantage, but they've only got about 20 seconds or so to actually try and deal with this push, and they haven't got any footing. They've got to contest a level 2. They've got to contest that heavy on the high ground, which is an absolute machine. No one's gonna be able to deal with it. You can see Strangeland takes the unorthodox jump using the charging charge there, but it's not going to be enough. They can focus on their Sentry, push the cart up a little bit, but they got to get on, otherwise it's game over for them. 1 second, and it's not going to be enough. Switching sides there, and now they've only got to really cap 1 point, do Fiddle, in about 4 minutes 30 to take the victory.
That Sentry there, Sentry with a 5k at the end, just kind of keeping the point, well, from being pushed while the rest of the team was just all the way up the grill of the other team here. We're Finnish just being completely pushed back to their spawn, unable to do anything about the situation there. Losing Maui as well. Yahoo is just going absolutely ham there. It's very, very difficult for We Are Finnish to find any sort of like little nook that they can maybe wedge themselves through and cap the second point even. It's very difficult for them. Fiddle eSports clearly are better prepared. They have a DM needed, and it's very unfortunate for them. They finish, you can't really just crash them just yet. They may be able to pull it off. They're on defense right now. They need to hold that first and almost the second point as much as they can, but I just can't see. Like, I'm an optimist, you know, like by character I'm an optimist, but this situation here could even make an optimist kind of look in a bad way, and this just looks kind of scary for them. But Sprayer is using Kritz here. That's a very interesting strategy on the offense. Stan very aggressive with the dumpster device, sitting on the rock. He's gonna try to go for a suicide, takes down Mezzo. Very important there, but Jessica is actually going down. No engineer for the defenders as of yet. Murphy is charging up those sticks, flying forward, going in some sticks, but he's not detonating them just yet. Finally, just getting Strange Land. The medic is still alive for the defuse. Nope, Mallet going down as well, which means the whole point is pretty much for the taking for Fiddle eSports. There's no sentry up, there's only a teleporter, and well, they're not looking too hot there, Finnish.
That was maybe the first successful crits push I've seen all season in UGC. It was insane, just one sticky edge, saw it gliding over right to the foot of Maui, and there went his life. And he managed to get the demo as well in the process, but that is it. It is the shortest round I've ever seen, I do believe. They just one push, one crit, game over, and that is 2 points to Fiddle eSports. They're going to take this map.
Yeah, and in what display? I mean, they just completely dominated the other team. As much as I wanted to root for them as I'm Polish myself, it was just very difficult to see after the performance of Fiddle eSports. They've been doing everything they needed to do, and even with a little bit of an off class and a little bit of overextending, they were taking the right fights and the right damage. So well done to them. Well-deserved points in the playoff section. I mean, they're going to be going to playoffs at the moment, right? Is that what the tables are saying us?
That is... Yeah, I believe that's what they're saying. Definitely Fiddle eSports. We are Finnish, still kind of in that limbo, I suppose, between being in the playoff spots and not quite being in the playoff spots. So I suppose the next few weeks will be very important to them. I mean, they were playing against, I would say that Fiddle eSports currently ranking maybe at the third best. So they're still playing against one of the best, and they've still definitely got a shot of playoffs, but they're going to have to really battle for it in the next few weeks here. I think we got a bit of time to look at the logs, is that right? Yeah, that is right. So we're going to be bringing up the logs for you guys very shortly.
In the meantime, I'd just like to use this time to plug the Copenhagen LAN is going to be happening at the end of this month, at the end of March. We're going to be casting some nice 6v6 and Highlander games. Shameless plug, as well as more ETF2L season. Which one was it now? 15th season of ETF2L Highlander League, and that will be the round 1 happening very, very soon. So stay tuned with us as we're going to be looking up the logs. So yeah, on the logs, let's see what's standing out. First of all, Mezzo, not formally a soldier main, but doing the class a huge amount of justice, going 15-8 on 404 DPM. That is impressive stuff. That's almost a 2 KD there. So doing a great amount of work for his team on and off class. So props to him. And actually coming in on off classes will be Clark on 13-5 on the spy class. Again, not a spy main by any means. In fact, on the contrary, an engineer main. So maybe his arch nemesis there, but it was. I mean, he was doing so much there for his team. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, it's Murphy and Sinrise. I just expect them to do well all the time, and they certainly did. Strangeland doing quite a lot, 10-7, 415 DPM, so more or less matching the damage of Murphy. But I just don't think his team could fight quite enough. Yeah, but they still are not out of it yet. They still have a little bit of a chance. We're finished, so with enough preparation, with enough map talks, as much as everyone hates them, can always do that. We're gonna be looking at the round 2 as well, but there's not much to see else than just blue all over the scoreboard here. Tops with everything, with just Bobson edging over Ascending, who was the engineer, but they're both with 8 kills each. So basically you can see how Fiddle eSports just completely dominated the second round, and there was not much contention going from We Are Finnish. Looking at the heals as well, I mean, not much of a deep difference there, but a lot more pops coming out of Sprayer as is expected. So well done once again to Fiddle eSports and moving forward to getting a better seed in the playoffs. Good luck to We Are Finished for the rest of the season as we're going to be slowly tuning it out. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/KritzKast, as well as here. Subscribe or do whatever. It will be very nice and we'll be very glad if you support us. Patreon as well is going to be plugged in the chat by a wonderful Wiethoofd who's been on today's camera. He's a man. He's not a man. He's a machine. And you'll also be able to shake his hand if you come to us and with us to Copenhagen. So there you go. Gonna be able to shake with Wiethoofd's hand, and I think that's enough for a reward. Say, Chando. Shall we tune out?
I would absolutely love to shake Wiethoofd's hand, and I'm looking forward to it in the Copenhagen game. And yours as well. It's gonna be exciting casting with you and being able to do my first LAN casting experience. So we hope to see you guys over there, albeit either in the Copenhagen games itself or checking us out on Twitch. We're going to be covering the whole thing, Highlander speaking. So look forward to that. I certainly am. But I think, Jake, if you've got anything else to say, we're ready to wrap this up?
Oh, yep. Let's wrap it up.
All right, well, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, stay tuned. Next week we'll still be having UGC every Monday in the run up, and then TF2 HUD will be starting very soon as well. Season 15 Premiership coverage. So we'll check that out. We're going to be streaming at least once a week for that as well there. And obviously Copenhagen games. I haven't stressed enough already. 28th of March to the 31st of March. There's going to be so much Highlander action coming up, guys. So be prepared, check it out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.